Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Zach Lesage here from the Shuffle Squad. Today we're going to be covering over Chien-Pao EX. Now, Chien-Pao EX is one of the new cards from Paldea Evolved, and its Shivery Chill allows us to get energies. How are we going to work this out to make it a competitive deck? Well, we have Baxcalibur to accelerate energies with its ability, and we also have Palkia VSTAR to get them back. So we will be covering over this deck in this video today, deck list, strategy, more. So if you're watching, the deck list is going to be in the description, so you can copy and paste into PTCG Live. If you like this video, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump into seeing what this list actually looks like. So here we have it, we have Chien-Pao EX. So you can see Chien-Pao EX is all about getting those energies into your hands, and what we do with those in our hands is up to us. But in this case, we're going to try to attach them to our Pokemon in play, so we're able to use Hail Blade. Hail Blade doing 60 damage times the amount of water energies we decide to discard from our Pokemon. We have Baxcalibur that's also released in Paldea Evolved, so this accelerates the energies to Chien-Pao and our other Pokemon. However, if we get a lot of energies in the discard pile, we do have the opportunity to use Origin Form Palkia VSTAR, to use Star Portal, to power up our other Pokemon. It also is another attacker that we have available in this deck. We have other ways to get energies in our discard pile, such as Radiant Greninja while drawing cards, and other ways to get cards out of our discard pile, like Superior Energy Retrieval, lifting up to 4 damage, or 4 basic energy cards. Now that's something that we could have that's doing 240 damage. So if you pitch 4 energies away, you could always get 4 energies back with Superior Energy Retrieval, and attack with Chien-Pao EX again. So we have a lot of water energies, we have a lot of water support, such as Irida, searching our deck for our water Pokemon, or water, just various things that we want to be searching for. So Irida is a very water-based supporter. Nothing really else too crazy going on here, except for the inclusion of Iono, giving us some options to not discard our hand. Usually a deck like this would play Research. We could kind of put our cards back so we're not wasting our resources, or we could use it as a defensive mechanism in the late game. Chien-Pao EX looks to be one of the strongest decks in the format. Yeah, it might not be Lost Zone Box. Yeah, it might not be Gardevoir, but it certainly has a chance against the metagame. We're going to jump into some gameplay and try to get at least 2 games out. So let's see how this deck does. Alright, so we're going to call the coin flip. So to let everyone know, I've played a handful of games. Most people have conceded as soon as they've seen Chien-Pao. I don't know if they're afraid of it or if they have bad hands, but this video has been a difficult one to start recording. That's okay. We'll see how this game goes. I have faith in Chien-Pao. Do you have faith in Chien-Pao? Let us know in the comments below what you think of this. I think it's Icy Cat, even though to me it kind of looks like a bear. I'm really bad nowadays when it comes to any Pokemon things. So we're just waiting for our opponent to decide. They do have a basic. And we will put this hand back. Let's see what we can get going on here. Hey, you wanna know what? That's not too bad. We do have Radiant Greninja here. We could discard a water energy. We could use Irida, getting a Battle VIP Pass. So I do like a lot of the options that we have available to us. Now, we are going to be playing against a lightning type deck, which is going to be a little bit spooky, but I do think that Chien-Pao is actually weak to metal and not weak to lightning. Now, if our opponent's playing Miraidon or Raikou or anything else like that, they might just have some good things. But they didn't really get a great start. I feel a little bit better about this. And the top deck of the Battle VIP Pass. Let's get it. We did prize a couple Chien-Paos. So since we prized Chien-Paos, what I'm actually going to do here is just go for Frigibax. And I'm going to get a Chien-Pao out here. And we're also just going to go for Irida. Actually, before we go with Irida, let's go with Concealed Cards, see what we can get. Maybe we'll get one of the pieces that we need. I do want to go Irida here for... We probably want to go for Baxcalibur and Rare Candy. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. So we're going to go with the Baxcalibur Rare Candy strats. So we're all set up for next turn for one of these Frigibax. I don't think they play any spready things. There's no Magnezone V or anything, so we're probably okay on the bench. And I'm just going to get Chien-Pao here. I think we only need 4 energies to knock this out, if I'm doing my maths correctly. We could also just go Escape Rope. I'm actually going to keep it the way it is, and hopefully our opponent does not play an Iono or a Judge. I'll attach an energy here from my hands. Actually, I'm not worried about attaching an energy because we can attach as many energies as we like with Baxcalibur's Super Cold ability. So we'll have to see how it plays out. They are going to go with Regieleki VMAX, so maybe we will have to get a little bit more to get a knockout. It does bring us to needing 6 Pokemon, or 6 energies discarded with Hailblade. So we'll see how it ends up going for us. Maybe we'll be able to do Escape Rope into like a Miraidon or something like that. I'm assuming they're going to be grabbing Miraidon from Nest Ball if their deck is anything that I'm expecting. Yeah. So a lot of these decks you are able to predict if you know enough about the metagame and keep up with it like me. I've kind of devoted my life to Pokemon, to anyone out there. Coaching, video recording, stuff like that. So yeah, they were going to knock us out. They really didn't need the Regieleki VMAX, but that might be something that's annoying to knock out with Chien-Pao. We'll have to consider that as we kind of go on. Escape Rope here. I don't know if they'd send up Mareep. They might not necessarily know what our deck does right away. Or they might not have played against a Chien-Pao on PTCG Live. So hopefully they send up a 2 prize card Pokemon, or we're able to knock out one of their 2 prize card Pokemon. They might just like retreat and knock out our Radiant Greninja, which would be absolutely fantastic for us, because then we're able to just get a knockout on their active Pokemon. So they're going to retreat. We do have weakness here, so that is going to be a little bit tough. But at least at this point, we are able to use Chien-Pao. We have enough energies where we can make it all happen. So let's go with the Chien-Pao EX. And we did get Boss, not the worst. Definitely not the worst. So what we're going to do here first is go Rare Candy into the Chien-Pao. And I'm also just going to go with Shivery Chill. So this is going to get us some water energies. Now, we have 3 in our hand. We have 1 in our discard pile. What I'm going to do here is going with Ultra Ball. I don't need this or this because we can get the other cards back with superior energy retrieval. I think I want to start powering something else up. So in this case, I want to maybe just get a Palkia V down because I don't think they're going to necessarily get a knockout on us. And we can also get a knockout with Palkia V. with Palkia V. We have 2 energies in there. So what we're going to do is just go superior energy retrieval. We're going to actually have to discard these 2 cards. So we have a little bit of a weak setup here. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and super cold. But we're still getting the knockout. Like, it's just like we have no cards in our hands. Let's hope that we get something off our prize cards. And we are going to go for Hailblade. We can discard as many energies as we like. So we're going to discard all 4. Hence the reason why I attached them all to the active. You can definitely spread them around to your field. So if you weren't discarding them all, don't put them all on Chien-Pao. They could be anywhere in play. Let's go. Let's see what we get. We got Hisuian Heavy Ball. So Hisuian Heavy Ball will get us our other Chien-Pao. Skaters Park might be okay. The big thing that we have to probably worry about here is us losing our Chien-Pao to their Transistor. So as long as they have a Lightning Energy, they can actually get the knockout on us with Regieleki VMAX. They might decide to go with something else, but we are struggling a little bit since we don't have a draw supporter. We lost our Radiant Greninja turn 1 or turn 2. Might be a little bit tough to get set up, so something that we might want to note is it might have been better to go for Bibarel earlier on in these games so we had a little bit more going on. Maybe they don't see the knockout with the Regieleki VMAX. Okay, they definitely see the knockout with the Regieleki VMAX. This Chien-Pao is getting toast. So our first game is a rude awakening by a very quick and vicious deck similar to ours, except they're playing stage 1 Pokemon and basic Pokemon, where we're playing stage 2, stage 1, and basic Pokemon. I'm going to set up Frigibax to try to not get knocked out here, and you can see that we're really going to struggle here. We did have an Irida in our discard into our prize cards. So yeah, I think Skaters Park, we just got our energies back. If we retreat, nothing crazy there, so we're just gonna have to pass. And I think this game is probably over for us. We'll play it all the way to the very end, just because we're gonna see where our mistakes were this game, apply them to next game. and go from there. So Miraidon might be a tough matchup because of sometimes weakness and the very rapid damage that they do. So I think if they're going to be able to get a knockout on Frigibax or knockout on Palkia, really tough here. The other card that we could have grabbed maybe instead of Frigibax is just a Bidoof, considering they're likely not to knock out our Frigibax turn 1. So it might have been a little bit of an oversight on my behalf on the way that I chose my Pokemon, but we will find out different Pokemon for next game. Like I said, we got a game plan in mind. It's a brand new deck, but we did accelerate some energies, and it was working pretty good for us. They are going to be able to get the knockout on kind of anything. I think, unfortunately, we have to send this up. I really don't want to be sending this one up, and I'm pretty sure they're just going to attack us with Raikou. Really, 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 really bad for us. That's okay. We'll send up Chien-Pao, we'll try our best, and maybe we'll be able to get a knockout. Maybe we won't, but we are on top deck mode, and I'm pretty sure we just lose the game afterwards because our opponent will be able to draw their remaining prize cards, no matter what we attack with Retrieval VMAX. So let's see what we get with Chien-Pao. We did get Boss's Orders. Boss's Orders does allow us to take one more prize card. So what we could do here is just go Shivery Chill. So the Radiant Greninja package is something that we might also want to keep in play more of the game. So we'll just go Boss's Orders, bring up the Flaffy. We'll take one more prize card because that's all we could do in this game, unfortunately. Rest in peace to the Chien-Pao deck. And we will go Hail Blade, discarding 2 Water Energies. And this will get the knockout. So we lost this game. That one was tough. I miss our Radiant Greninja. Will we get the Irida? How funny would it be? Oh, Lost Vacuum. Grrr. Yeah, and they just got it. We'll give our opponent the nice thumbs up. They get the dub. It looks so sarcastic. I'm just trying to say, like, good job, Dave up here, but that's okay. We lost this one. We will get ready for the next game. Shout out to our opponent for being a strong opponent there and teaching us some things about Chien-Pao. It's all in the learning. All right, so we're going to be seeing how the coin flip goes. We want to go first. Last game, we got absolutely pulverized, and I think we could have played a little bit better with the way that we set up our board. So we're still learning when it comes to this deck, but I think it's fundamentally better to put Chien-Pao in play, and we'll start off with that. I think that might be okay. So we're going to be playing against a Lugia deck. This actually is probably a matchup that I wanted to play test against, one of the better matchups in formats. And we'll see however our opponent gets set up. We might be able to turn 2 Chien-Pao them, and we did get an extra card there too, so I think this is cool. Lost Vacuum. What I'm going to do is just put Palkia down. I'm going to attach a Water Energy, and I'm going to use Shivery Chill. I have some ways that we could actually get we can get the knockout on something next turn. So even though we're not going for the Frigibax, it is nice to have access to Palkia VSTAR here. So we could go Irida for Palkia VSTAR and a Ultra Ball, getting enough Water Energies on our discard pile, and we could actually just like power up energies and knock out this Pokemon. So we do have some cool things that we can do here. Chien-Pao really could be pretty consistent at getting that turn to attack off. I think that's one thing that I can say positive about this deck. I'm not sure where it's going to be positioned in the metagame, and I do think it is quite powerful, but we'll have to see how it plays out. What are they going to do here? Are they just putting Gift Energy in case they lose? No, they're playing Research. Okay, anything interesting that they played there? They played Box of Disaster. They do have a Lugia in play, a Tyranitar, a Nest Ball. It'd be really nice if we could knock out this Lugia, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that with our current hands. Maybe if we get something with Mesagosa, we could have a better chance, or depending if we top deck, but did get a Water Energy, so let's go see what Mesagosa brings us. We could always decide Shivery Chill at some points. Tails on that. So in this case, we're going to go for Irida, and I think for Irida, we're going to go for Palkia VSTAR, and we're going to go for an Ultra Ball, like I was saying. So we'll go ahead, do those. Let's go Ultra Ball, discarding Water. So we want to have some energies in our discard pile, too. It's not just necessarily energies that we want to have in our hands. We are going to go Palkia VSTAR here. We are going to go Radiant Greninja goes down. We are going to use Shivery Chill. My sequencing could be a little bit better, but I am just kind of like ready to play some pokes. Let's go ahead and concealed cards here. We did get another Chien-Pao, so I am going to put that there. No access here, though, to a turn to Frigibax. So we're still a turn away from making something like that happen. Now, our opponent might need just a Lugia VSTAR. So one thing that I'm going to try is going Lost Vacuum, taking away this. So we could take away their stadium, just in case that's going to slow them down for a turn. And I might just want to leave that active for what it's worth. Maybe I don't want to take a prize card. I need to think about this before we pull the trigger on our Palkia VSTAR. I might actually just go hard retreat and attack with Palkia VSTAR, because we're doing 60 plus 120, 180. Yeah, you want to know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to attach for our turn. We've already used our ability. Let's go ahead, retreat, send this up, because we want to have these with the Baxcalibur out in play. But we will use Star Portal, so you can see how Origin Form Palkia is actually going to be a backup attacker. We could go 1, 2, and then we'll have 1 on the Chien-Pao, so that we're ready to go for next turn. Their Lugia should not be able to knock us out. They could knock us out with a T-Tar. We'll deal with that if we cross that bridge. A lot of players have to get their Lugia out of the way anyways, so we'll see whatever we give them for gift energy, and let's hope they don't send up Tyranitar. Nest Ball could get us out our Frigibax. See what they have to do. They'd have to go for a single strike Crush, and they've already discarded an Urn of Vitality, so that might be a little bit difficult for them to deal with. We might have to also use our Radiant Greninja as another buffer here. So you can see we're struggling a little bit to set up. It might just be us right now. We'll have to see how it continuously plays out. But the lack of Frigibax this game to turn into Baxcalibur, absolutely difficult for us to deal with. Maybe they prized 3 single strike energies, fingers crossed. That might be something that's difficult for us to deal with. They do need quite a bit of energies to knock us out, though. So that's something. The reason why we didn't attack with Chien-Pao last turn is because they could have just got the knockout with Tempest Dive. Oh, they also play Luxray. That's so awesome for us. So that's another thing that makes this deck difficult. We did see with the Miraidon deck that we did suffer weakness. And that it doesn't all the time matter because we have metal weakness, but this Pokemon's typically going to get knocked out by any major attacker. So the Origin Form Palkia VSTAR is probably just going to get knocked out here by either Tyranitar or Luxray, depending on how our opponent reacts to the situation. Likely Tyranitar. They might be trying to go through their deck, seeing what's going on. They're going to move the attached cards there. There's their Single Strike and their V-Guard energy. The V-Guard energy only prevents them from one thing, from V Pokemon. So that's okay. We'll see how it goes from here, but we're gonna lose some prize cards. They're gonna take 2 prize cards, 3 prize cards. I think we're like behind this game for sure. So us having to knock out their single prize card Pokemon in the active, if we knocked out a 2 prize card Pokemon, we'd actually be chilling, I think. In this case, I'm pretty sure they're just going to rip our Palkia to shreds. So I'll have to see how this goes. Looks like the Chien-Pao deck might not necessarily be as consistent as what we want. Maybe consistent at those turn 2 attacks, but it doesn't really have a great way to follow it up. This deck might need to play the Bravery Charm that came out in the sets. So we're always trying to figure out how it's going to be played out. Capturing Roma, just grabbing a Lumineon, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. See what Single Strike Crush discards from their deck. So we discarded those. Sick. We're not going to send up Chien-Pao because we just don't want them to take 2 prizer, 2 prizer, 2 prizer. As much as I don't want to lose the Radiant Greninja, we'll have to kind of deal with that as we see. Bidoof's fine. Nest Ball's fine. We're going to grab a Frigibax. And we're going to attach an energy here. And what we're going to do is going to go for Iono. Iono's going to shuffle us to 5. They're going to get shuffled to 4. So we do have Rare Candy in our hands. It's tough because I would have maybe liked to see like something else. And we kind of got 5 awkward cards. We're just going to go ahead here and pass and see how that goes. So we're really fighting here. What does the box do? If the V Pokemon this card stats is full HP and is knocked out, put 8 damage counters on the active Pokemon. That might be a little bit tough for us to deal with. They might just try to put another single strike energy on the Tyranitar V so they could do Cragalanche to knock out the Radiant Greninja. They're no longer behind on prize cards, so this actually might not be a threat for us to deal with. I think this only works if they're behind on prize cards. Yeah, so they're actually ahead on prize cards. But they have some cool cards in their deck. Like, they definitely were like, hey, we have our Paldea Evolved concept. Let's go ahead and play this on the ladder. So very similar to us. Yep. There goes Chien-Pao. So we are, I think we just lose this game for what it's worth. Because our 2 prizer attacker is going to have to be another attacker. And we have to kind of, we 3 attacks, they have 1 attack left. So we'll send this up, see if we can get anything. We do end up getting Baxcalibur out. So what we're going to do here is just go Shivery Chill. We're going to grab a couple waters. We're now able to use Radiant Greninja, so we have a chance to maybe draw into something else, like an Irida with a superior energy retrieval. We could really only get 2 energies in play. We could maybe get some more things in play, but if we don't take care of this, we lose. So I'm just going to go ahead and concede this game. We'll try one more game with the Chien-Pao deck and see if it's able to be working. Alright, so we're flipping the coin. Let's see what we got. And we would love to go first. I think it's better for us to go first so we could get out Baxcalibur or Origin Form Palkia before our opponents. This game might actually be our best start yet. I think we're actually, we're getting it done. As long as we don't hit something spooky, and I really hope we don't hit something spooky. Okay, we're hitting something spooky. I don't know if this Pokemon has any special energy attack. Is 80 plus 140. Titan might be sick. This actually looks like it's a Zoro box deck. We'll try our best here. We'll draw an extra card too. Definitely not bad. And yeah, let's get this party started. Let's go for Battle VIP Pass, Frigibax, and we're gonna go for Radiant Greninja. Let's get this party poppin'. I don't think they're knocking out our Frigibax turn 2. We could potentially get the knockout with Radiant Greninja on both of their Pokemon if they don't get a Manaphy out. So this can really show how powerful this deck is. We can kind of end games quickly, given the right circumstances. So we're going to go ahead here and actually just attach to our Chien-Pao. We might be able to retreat or something else like that. We're also going to put Bidoof down. And next turn we have Rare Candy, Baxcalibur, Shivery Chill, even Superior Energy Retrieval if we need more energies. We're going to pass here. This has absolutely been our best hand all day, ending our games on a high notes. Watch this game, we just like get absolutely obliterated just cuz, or watch us hit a lot of different things just cuz. I feel like that's just my luck when it comes to playing Pokemon sometimes. Okay, so they grabbed Nest Ball, they grabbed routes, they're playing Nest Ball. Okay, they did get Manaphy down, but we might be able to get a knockout on their Zorua. So that's something to consider. Like, if they don't get another Zorua down, they could be in a tough position. So I'm okay with that if we could just get a knockout on Zorua turn 2. Probably going to get another Zorua. You can see what their other options are. Put 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. There's a lot of different things that they could do probably with reversal energy now. So we're going to go ahead here and go Irida. We're going to go for, we already have the Baxcalibur, so we're going to go Rare Candy. We need to find another water-type Pokemon. At this point, I think I'm just going to grab out a Palkia. I think this sounds pretty solid if we've ever seen one. We're going to go with Shivery Chill. Shivery Chill. And then we'll pitch with the Radiant Greninja so we can try to get some extra stuff popping here. So I'm going to go at the Origin Form Palkia V. I'm also just going to put another Chien-Pao down so we can always like kind of retreat balance in between those two. This is probably like our ideal board state that we have going on here. Maybe we'd like to have room for another Baxcalibur in case something happens to this one, but at least we have the Origin Form Palkia as a backup. I think we just want to go like this kind of. I'm okay with that. And I'm just going to go with Hail Blade. I don't think they're hitting us for 220. I could be wrong. we'll discard the 1 energy here. And we're going to go with the 1 energy there. So they have 70 HP, turn 2 knockout. We're okay discarding our energies because we can always get them back with superior energy retrieval. So there's our 1 prize card. There's a boss's orders. The boss's orders can allow us to take out this Manaphy. Maybe we'll be able to draw multiple prize cards next turn. But if there's one thing I've learned about this matchup, focusing on their Zorua does give us a lot of opportunities to just kind of get some things set up. Now, they still have so many cool cards here. We might lose this game for what it's worth. I'm okay if we lose this game, and then I'll just be like, I'm going to give up on Chien-Pao for the foreseeable future. But we do, if they do get out a reversal energy, they do have opportunities here to do some cool stuff, getting Pokemon back with their Zoroark. See what they get. Refinement, discarding Slowbro. They can get themselves in a really strong position here, actually. Great Ball. See what they get. Gallade. Sick. And it's our turn again. So we definitely want to go after their Manaphy here. I'm just gonna go with Shivery Chill. And we have 4 energies in our discard pile, so what I'm gonna do here is actually just go with Superior Energy Retrieval, discarding one of these to get back the 4 energies. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can discard 2 energies from your hand to get back 4 energies, just so that's something that you might run into. We're also just gonna use our concealed cards so we can continuously draw through cards in our deck. We are going to evolve into an Origin Form Palkia VSTAR, and here we're just going to get the knockout on the Manaphy. So let's go ahead and use Super Cold. I'm going to attach one there, and I'm just going to discard the 2 energies that I just attached. So that's all we're going to be doing. We could always, like, let's say if you didn't get it all done, you'd use this ability as many times as you like during your turn, so we have a lot of opportunities. Let's go Hailblade, discard 1 there. We're going to choose this Pokemon and discard 1 there. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Maybe next turn we could take 2 prize cards with our Radiant Greninja, but at least we're doing stuff in this game. Like, we got set up. This is how the deck's been setting up basically for me in my testing before today, and it's just really not, it hasn't been our day with Chien-Pao, but maybe it's about to turn around. Okay, so they discarded another one. They're discarding a lot of their different Pokemon attackers. You can see they can kind of transform into whatever they want. There's their Zoroark. We'll see how they're able to play this one out. If they have reversal energy, they can turn themselves into Satitan and do 100 and or 220 damage to us. So there goes our hand with Iono. So you can see we're starting to get ahead on our opponent, and they're trying to mount a comeback. There's some pretty cool cards across the board there, but we can just power up our Radiant Greninja in a single hit, so I'm cool with that. Buddy Catch, that's fine. They already played a supporter. I'd really just like to knock out both Zoruas and put ourselves in a really game-winning position here. Our reversal energy, so Titan, would actually be really difficult for us to deal with. And I'm not sure if they have any other attackers that they might decide to do. I think Satitan is their best one as far as I can tell. The fact that they're thinking about it tells me they might not have it. Okay, they do have Satitan. So that's going to be a reversal energy if they have a special energy. They are going to hit us for 220 damage, so shout out to Satitan for being an absolute beast. And they are behind on prize cards. So I was not expecting a single energy to be able to hit us for 220 damage. I didn't even know this Pokemon was a card from Paldea Evolved, for what it's worth. Let's go ahead here. We can use... I don't know if they have any, like, super cool spreading attacks, but what I'm, like... we'll deal with that once we cross that bridge. We're gonna get another Frigibax in case something happens to our Baxcalibur. I'm okay to get rid of these. I'm actually okay to get rid of a few things. I'm gonna kind of pitch this hands. If they spread us to death, I'll take that L. But I do want to go for a Bibarel here. So we are at least able to draw some cards, and since there's no Manaphy in play, I do want to take care of both of their Zoruas. Let's draw some cards with Industrial and Scissors. And you can see we do have access to a lot of really good things. I want to keep that in play and probably just use the Irida for a Superior Energy Retrieval. So I'm going to go Baxcalibur, grab a Superior Energy Retrieval, pitch both Nest Balls away. And then we're going to go ahead and get some energies back, really just starting to knock out some of these Pokemon. It's just a Titan that they have in the active, right? Like, they can't transform it. Again, I don't know if I want to discard any more energy, so I'm just going to go ahead with Super Cold. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to have another one. I just want to keep an energy in my hands. And now we can Moonlight Shuriken both of their Zoruas. So no more Zoroarks for them, at least for the foreseeable future. So there's a knockout on a couple Zoruas. We're big time chilling here. Oh, it's one prize card at a time. There's another Water Energy. Definitely no complaints there. There's another prize card. Let's see what we get. Chien-Pao, not bad. So they could go ahead and knock out our Chien-Pao maybe, if they have Boss and they could use Special Horn again. And then we might be able to win the game with Moonlight Shuriken, depending on how they bench their board. Or if they don't get the knockout on our 2-prizer, they don't win the game. So we'll have to see how that plays out. If your opponent has exactly only 1 prize card left, take 2 prize cards. We want to make sure that Slowbro doesn't come into play. We really want to try to get that Pokemon out of play whenever possible. Making sure they don't have Zoruas to plan for that gameplay. And if it ends up happening like that, it ends up happening like that, but I do want to do everything in my power to make sure that we just don't lose the game with Slowbro's Twilight Inspiration. Okay, there's Miriam. They're definitely going to get some Pokemon back. Probably a lot, like Zorua, Manaphy, if I ever had a hunch. Couldn't tell what they put back there because PTCG Live did not tell us. So hopefully they aren't able to get everything out. There's their Manaphy. Artisan's going to grab out their Zorua. And then they're probably just going to grab out another Zorua. But at the same time, since they already played Miriam, they cannot play Boss. If they're able to draw, take 2 prize cards here, if they have 1 prize card left, take 2 prize cards, we should be chilling because they're only going to be able to use Ice Horn to knock out our Radiant Greninja, and they're going to leave us at 3 prize cards. So what I'm going to do here actually is sending up our, I think we actually have to send up Palkia here. It might be able to withstand a hit, which I think is cool. We also have access to our VSTAR ability, and we have those energies in our discard pile. I wouldn't hate using Iono here too to just put our opponent in a really tough spot. So I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to double check with Artisan, see what's going on. Nothing that we want there. I'm going to put another Chien-Pao down because I think that sounds like a good idea. We're going to go Water Energy goes here. And I'm still trying to get a Rare Candy, but I'm going to go with Iono first because it actually is going to lower our hand size a little bit. It does put the Baxcalibur at the bottom of our deck, but maybe we can get it for next turn. I will put Skaters Park in play, and let's go ahead and use Industrial and Scissors to see what we can get. We'll just continuously waste a few more cards out of our hand. You can see we have a Rare Candy there. We can go Irida for Rare Candy, Baxcalibur in case anything happens to this one. Do I want to use my VSTAR ability? Is there anything that they have here that's lightning type? I don't think that they could get the knockout on my active. If they get the knockout on the active, I'll take the loss on it, but I do want to keep Star Portal for another turn. So let's go Subspace Swell. I'm feeling pretty good about this. We have 1 prize card left. Our opponent has 3 prize cards left. So I don't think they have a way to take 3 prize cards at once. Please, 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 please. We are praying out here that our Chien-Pao deck can kind of take over. And as you can see, Chien-Pao's not the best against single prize card attackers, but we do have other things like Origin Form, Palkia, VSTAR, and we do have access to Radiant Greninja that do make it pretty okay. I have seen builds that play Kyogre that can snipe 180 damage. I also see builds that play Wishiwashi, so there are other ways that they can make it happen. What does this do? If your opponent's user VSTAR power during this game, it does 140 times 2. So we didn't use our VSTAR power. Good thing I remembered Raichu. Just kidding, I did not remember Raichu, but they are going to concede. We took that game with Chien-Pao. We are able to win a game with Chien-Pao. Maybe this deck has a little bit more options than I thought. Let's let me close things out. But if you do need the list, it is available in the description. Let me know what you think about it. And that's what we got going on for this video today. As you can see, Chien-Pao has some stuff going on for it. It might be a little bit inconsistent at times because you are playing a basic, a stage 1, a stage 2. There's a lot of moving pieces, but when this deck works, it works. I have a hunch that this deck might struggle a little bit with Lost Unbox, and we'll see how it goes in the future, but I think the new Chien-Pao EX is fantastic, and hopefully you get a chance to pick them up. Again, if you haven't got a chance already, the list is available in the description, so you can copy and paste that right into PTCG Live, build it in paper, go to your favorite card store, pick up the cards, whatever works best for you. You can also give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what you think about this deck. What decks are you looking forward to in Paldea Evolved? That being said, I'm Zach Lesage from the Shuffle Squad, and I'll catch up with all y'all real soon. Have yourself a great one. The Shuffle Squad proudly uses Ultimate Guard products. We think that their Cortex and Katana sleeves are absolutely fantastic with to play in tournaments. And of course, they have a wide range of products that are simply fantastic. Whether you're looking for a new binder, playmat, or if you're looking for one of the Sidewinder deck boxes you might have seen one of us play with, be sure to check it out. They have their EU web shop, and it's available on Amazon elsewhere. Head on over to atlascollectibles.com and support the Shuffle Squad by buying some of their products. You could get a discount of 6% off of Pokemon TCG booster boxes, so you could grab from a large selection of sealed product, save 6%, or you could save 12% by using code TSS12 on all of their Pokemon TCG singles. Atlas has a large selection and ships worldwide, so be sure to pick up your Pokemon products there. Use code TSS5 at ptcgostore.com to save 5% off your order of Pokemon TCG live codes. They have a great selection of codes available from all different sets at competitive rates. They get instantly emailed to you, so you can use them right away to get all the cards you need to build that next great deck creation. Again, use code TSS5 to save 5% off at ptcgostore.com. Have you ever wanted more content from the Shuffle Squad? Well, we do have a Patreon account. You can support the Shuffle Squad directly by pledging towards our content, whether you want to get access to a special discount code from one of our sponsors, or if you want to have access to all of our deck lists, exclusive Pokemon TCG articles, and more. You can even chat with the Shuffle Squad in Discord. So this really does help support the Shuffle Squad getting to more events, and we do have some amazing articles for you to learn more about. Be sure to sign up to play in the Shuffle Squad's late night events. They happen every single Tuesday night at 12 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. We have one that's geared towards more of an EU time zone and an NA time zone, but anyone's welcome to play. There's an opportunity to win a trip to Japan for the World Championships, so by all means, feel free to participate in these events for free. You could check out any of the links that we have available in the description. Get coaching from the Shuffle Squad on Manaphy. If you want to improve your game on Pokemon TCG, you can absolutely test with the best. We have some of the best players in the world on our team. So whether you want to get coaching from Calvin or our current EUIC champion, Alex Szymanski, or anyone else that's available on Manaphy from the Shuffle Squad, pick up some coaching today, become the best player you can be. Thank you so much for supporting the Shuffle Squad by watching this video. It would mean the world to us if you'd like this video, subscribe to the channel, and maybe even leave a comment. You can also click on this other video from the Shuffle Squad to continuously watch and support us. If you haven't got a chance, check out the description to learn more about our sponsors, and that could also help support the Shuffle Squad. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a great one.